Greetings. In this video, I'm going to be working on my 1978 Corvette, and I will be taking out the spare tire carrier, or carriage as I call it, and I better make sure I say it right because I can hear my critics now. My God, this guy didn't say it right. You must be a total splaterass. I'm not a total splaterass, just half a splaterass. It takes two of me to make a whole one. But anyway, I want to show you something funny with this. So the car's been repainted. The previous owner, actually two previous owners ago, painted it. And I just think it's funny how, let me get my light on. This spare tire got silver paint on it, and the carriage or carrier got silver paint on it. I hope the camera can pick that up, but I just think it's funny. It just got oversprayed on it. Nobody covered it or took it out or anything. But I'm going to be removing all this in this video. And just FYI, I'm taking out the entire carriage, not just the tire, because I want to get to the rear differential. I'm going to change the fluid in the rear differential, but that will be a different video. This video is just removing all the carriage, all the spare tire carrier. Say it right for my critics. Okay, so to start with, I have to loosen this up, and it's a this here, and it's a 3/4 socket that I'm going to be using. And once it gets so loose, it'll slide out of there and loosen this up to drop. Now, I will warn you, the tire itself weighs a little over 50 pounds, so this is heavy, and so I'm going to ease it down and pull that tire out, but it starts with loosening this up. There we go. Okay, so I have it loosened up, but whoever put this on, I've seen this before. This part here is supposed to be here, and so I can't quite slide this out. Sorry, I'll get my finger out of the way. As you can see, when I lift up on that, it doesn't quite, so I'm going to have to set the camera down and hit it with the hammer, but it's supposed to, this part here is supposed to be on this side. And so this just isn't enough room for that to swing out. So I don't know who did that. It wasn't me, but anyway, I'll do it, get that out of there with the hammer, probably. Just give it a little tap. Okay, so I had to set the camera down to do it, but I had to hit that with the hammer to get that out of there. And it is a little heavy, but I'm gonna easy set this down. All right, so there's excess. Sorry. Okay, so there's what we got. Okay, just drop the bottom half. I'm gonna get that tire out of there. All right, get this video. Okay. Good. I was really hoping there wasn't going to be like a mouse nest in there or something. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's why I got my gloves on. Okay, so I'm at the rear of the container, and I'll show you how it is mounted. See how this is the bottom of the container, and there's the front. We've already undid it. There's the rear. See how it slides up and down, and it is right there. So it holds it onto the frame, and it is 11/16 in size. So I'm going to undo this, and there's two of them. There's one on the other side as well. Okay, so if you can see my wrench through there, I am just loosening that up, and I've tried my put my camera at different places, and I just can't film up very good, but all I'm doing is just taking that that bolt out right there like that. Okay, so there's a quick view I wanted to show. I finally got my camera in a good spot where I can show the audience how it's screwed into the frame, and I'm just still just wrenching on it. Okay, all right. Okay, so I got it out, and I just want to show what it looks like. There's where it was in the frame. Yeah, so if you're wondering, that's what it looks like. It's got a lock washer on it. The nut itself is free to turn on these threads, but when it gets all the way down and hits, that's when it'll turn, and that's how it turns out of the frame. So I'm going to do the exact same process on the other side, and then we'll slide this bottom part of the carrier out from under the car. Okay, so just real quick, here is the bottom portion of the spare tire carrier. This is the bolts we removed. This is what it looks like. I'll flip it over to the other side. So that's where the tire sits. So that's how it is. We still have to take out the top that sits up here. It's still mounted underneath the car, so that's what I'm going after right now. But I just wanted to show the audience what this looks like. Okay, so I'm going back under the car to take a look. Here's the top part of the carriage and of the carrier. So there's 4 bolts holding it on. This is the front part. I'm looking through my camera, so that's why everything's so weird. There's 2 bolts here, and then towards the back there's one, and there's one. Okay, let me zoom out so you can see. All right, so we're gonna get those off here. Okay, so I want to start with the front, and these are 9/16. Okay, so I'm going to take these 2 off. And I won't make you watch me do the whole thing, but you get the idea. Just want to say it's 9/16, and as you can see, the top of the carrier is wedged in between here, so that's why this has to go off. So I'm just going to take these off, and then we'll take a look at what we got left. Okay, so now that I have that assembly removed, you can see the top of this carrier, the top part of the carrier is set free. Okay, and just for fun, if you're curious to see it, here is the whole assembly that was removed. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Hopefully maybe that will help you. Okay, so the bolts in the rear are 1/2 inch. So look at a 1/2 inch bolt there and a 1/2 inch up there. Oh, there it is. I keep doing this looking through my camera, so I apologize, but bear with me. So that's a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to remove those 2 bolts, and then that's the last thing that's holding in the top of the carriage. So let me do that, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, so here's a look at the bolts. There's not much to them, not a lot of thread, just a regular washer, and it's 1/2 inch. All right, so we'll slide the top of this out and take a look at it. Okay, so this is the top of the carrier removed from the car. And so that part goes up against like the frame. Okay, this is where your back 2 bolts were. And then this is where that front assembly. So it looks like this. There's where your tire goes, your spare tire. And then that was on there like that. So hope that helps you. And I want to show you one other thing real quick. This is just a little tip. I'm not being sponsored by anybody for this video. I don't even know what the name brand is, but I bought this. Actually, I think my wife bought it for me years ago. She saw me rolling around under an old Camaro that I had probably 20 some years ago. She bought me this, and I've had it ever since, and it is freaking amazing. If you roll around on cars like I do, I highly recommend one of these deals. Oh, I'll see if there's a name brand on it. No, there sure is not. I don't see one. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. But you can find them. I still see them today. They're out there. Just a tip. Highly recommend it. And thank you so much for watching my videos. And hope you have a great day. I got an upcoming video where I'm going to change the differential fluid in there. That was the whole point of why I took this tire out.